So Ray, with the Bellator, so Rory MacDonald goes to a majority draw with Jon Fitch. He retains.
I want your opinion on this, Ray.
Well, he retains the title because
it's a draw.
Because he's the champ, and so he goes on. But at the same time, he says he's not. I just don't have it in me to hurt people anymore.
Ray, did you see his post-fight speech?
No, I didn't see it.
So Cody on Twitter, Cody asks Ray specifically what you're about to ask, Ray.
Yeah.
He's after listening to Rory MacDonald in his post-fight interview say, I just don't have it in me to hurt people anymore. As a coach or trainer, if your fighter says something like that, do you urge him to hang it up?
I mean, based on what I'm hearing, I didn't hear the thing, but I heard God was talking to him during the fight. So based on him even saying that, I'm going to say it's time to hang it up. And it looks like he's willing to move on with another chapter of his life, which is, religion and live a certain way. But fighting really doesn't fit into that formula.
Knowing that at the end, the next fight is Neiman Gracie,
look, he's kind of telling. I believe what he's saying, too. I don't think he's... I didn't see the fight either. I'd have to really look at it.
It was a tough fight. He got taken. He got taken down. I gave it to Fitch.
A lot of people gave it to Fitch.
I gave it to Fitch. Close. I mean, I could see a draw. I could have made it a draw too, but I gave it to Fitch personally, and he didn't look super.
Look,
and he caught him with some shots.
I know a lot of religious people, they won't even attend an event. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So it's if you're really going to follow religion the right way, I think that's not a good place to be fighting.
I know a lot of religious people that don't mind smashing face.
Yeah, those are called hypocrites. But besides
no, there's plenty of religious guys that are,
I mean, I don't want to get into a religious
I don't want to get into a religious
you know what I'm saying?
debate,
But I think what he's saying, I think he feels, and it seems like he found religion. And, I think even Foreman, that one time, he said that he was talking to God in the dressing room after one of his losses, and they're gonna relinquish themselves to a higher power, which is fine. And I think he's on to another chapter in his life. But I don't think fighting. It seems like he's lost the desire to fight.
Do you give him Do you give him if you were his trainer, you give him a couple of weeks? Hey, go home to your family. Tell me if you.
I think it's up to Rory at this point. He's kind of throwing something out there. So I mean, is a coach going to say?
And the universe gave him the room to decide. You see what happened? If he would have lost that fight, he could have wrapped it up and quietly just been like, "I'm good." But the universe was like, "You know what? You didn't win that fight. You got a draw. Now, do you want to move on? You can move on if you want to fight Neiman." And it's like, ooh, what a dilemma that puts him in. Because if he would have lost that fight, which I think he would have rather lost. I think he really would have rather just lost the fight, and then he could be like,
found the out.
You know what? I'm good. I lost that fight. Fitch moves on. I'm good. But now it's like, no, you didn't win that fight. You're right. But do you still want to move on? Are you going to fight?
He could easily relinquish that fight to Fitch and say, look,
I
think I'm done.
It puts him in an interesting dilemma.
It's really not. If he's religious, it's not a dilemma at all.
Yeah, but he's still a fighter.
If he's found religion, it's not a dilemma to him at all.
Okay,
it's not what he should be doing.
Curious. Let's see what he does.
I think he's probably going to end up fighting because, whatever
see what I'm saying? He's still a fighter, too.
To go with what Cody was saying, what Cody was asking, and thanks, Cody, for writing in, do you let him fight? If you're half into it, 3/4 into it, do you let him fight a Neiman Gracie?
That's the difference, man. This is 100% a sport where you're either balls in or balls out.
There is coming for you.
There's
everything he's got.
He's training hard, bro.
As a coach, I wouldn't want to.
When I shake hands with Neiman, I know I'm like, you better. I have to tell myself to empty the tank, because if I don't empty the tank with him, he is. Listen, not that he doesn't kick my ass anyway, but if you don't empty the tank with that guy, he's like, he's merciless.
Yeah, it sounds like, it just doesn't sound like again, I'm not saying it doesn't sound like a good thing. It could be a great thing. He might have found something that he's been looking for a long time. So,
I would be impressed. I would be impressed if he doesn't fight. I'd be really impressed if he doesn't fight.
So, speaking of religion, how much is Scott Coker praying right now? that it all
Rory MacDonald was their big play. They paid a lot
Honestly, I don't
together.
think it matters one way or the other. Fitch comes up and fights Neiman, that's a good fight. If Rory fights him, that's a good fight. I don't think it
Fitch
matters.
in that fight. I mean, I guess Rory was also. He's going to say was, or is Rory saying that afterwards
he put a lot
to
of money into Rory. having
He put a lot of money into
having
Rory,
him come
yeah.
over.
He took, what was he, the number 2 guy at the time?
Yeah.
He was the number 2 guy in the UFC, number
what do you
3
think
guy.
a lot of money is, though? I don't know if it was more than Bader or Phil Davis.
Oh, Phil Davis looked great last night, too. Did you see his fight?
Probably
Can we
not.
Stay on the topic.
Oh,
Probably
sorry.
not
Oh,
more.
Right, but I
in their budget,
Right,
probably
right.
a lot of
Yeah,
money.
he's probably at the top.
You
Was
know,
he
for a
making 200
Bellator
grand?
budget at that time,
At
it was
that time,
probably
yeah.
a lot of money.
But I
Are
don't
they
think it's
giving
going to
him
make or
200
break him. I don't
No,
think at
I
this
think well
point.
they've structured themselves really well.
Yeah.
And here you have on that card 2 Gracies. You have Neiman Gracie and Hobson Gracie both.
Oh, wow,
both,
nice.
Yeah, it's so interesting because the early UFC had the older generation of Gracies really stepping up and shaping, and it looks like Bellator has this new generation of Gracies.
Talk about just name branding.
Yeah.
Just the clout that name carries.
It's incredible.
It's
And
crazy.
someone like Neiman and Hobson training really hard to be multi-dimensional, excellent in every facet also.
Neiman's
But
stand-up's
Neiman's
good,
like,
too. I like
those
Neiman.
guys are putting that
out
time
of
in.
the Gracies, I mean,
It'd be
Neiman,
great
I
to
like
see that
Kron,
fight.
too, out of the Gracies.
Yeah, ice cream crone.
Kron.
Ice cream.
But I
cone.
think Neiman
Yeah, say
has
goodnight,
that certain
Gracie.
intensity
Good
that
night.
you need to fight.
I want you to subscribe. Subscribe. Hey, I'm not joking about that subscribe, okay?